It's time to play Big Deal, No Deal.
Big deal. No deal.
Brady Industries is a provider of commercial cleaning supplies and equipment throughout the western United States for over 65 years, sponsoring Big Deal, No Deal. Brady Industries Clean Solutions, a tradition for generations. We throw out a topic and decide if it's big or not. Number one.
Big deal, no deal. BYU beating a team by 58 after beating them just by 2 days earlier.
I think it's a big deal because it plays into the way hopefully BYU continues to play, which is this week and then into Vegas. BYU scored 90-plus 3 of the last 4. I think BYU's playing good ball. Is it a big deal to beat San Diego by a large margin? No. But when it's 58, I go, wow, what happened? What happened in that game that led to that? I think BYU's playing good basketball, so big deal.
Anytime you hold a team to a school record low,
but it's not a Pac-12 team, Spencer.
A school record low, 33, that to me is a big deal. BYU obviously played well offensively.
San Diego's terrible,
San Diego
but
was
the margin is so large.
Has anybody else held San Diego to 33 points in their school's history? No, that's why it's a big deal.
Let's be honest, San Diego held themselves to 33. They missed 11 so many shots.
11 points in the first half. Number 2.
Big deal, no deal. Hindsight being 2020, the Pacific loss at home.
Why would you do this? Why would you do this to us?
I understand that it is the biggest deal. Had BYU held serve at home and not lost to a terrible, ineligible Vegas team in Pacific without its head coach, BYU would be tied for first place, controlling its own destiny to win the West Coast Conference with tiebreakers. Oh, it kills me. As tough and as bad as BYU's been in a couple of these 200-plus RPI games, if BYU only makes it 2 losses to 200-plus RPI and not 3, a conference championship is right there. Instead, BYU needs to win both and needs St. Mary's to lose now.
Okay, so the loss in and of itself, yes, there's no way around it. It is a huge deal. But I will tell you why it's no deal as of February 22nd. Because it's done and gone. There's nothing that BYU can do about it anymore. It's over. So why dwell on something you have no
Play the piano
control
music, then.
over? It's all over. BYU.
BYU lost to Pacific at home. And that may cost them a conference championship. It probably cost them at-large ability. The Portland lost 2 in Harvard, but especially Pacific because BYU's been so good at home.
It cost
except
them
for that game.
A way better shot.
Thank you, Jim Brickman, who's live in Studio C to play that, by the way.
It cost them a good percentage shot of at-large ability, but BYU, if they still get to 25, 56% chance to make the tournament right now. You're not buying that anymore, by the way. I don't know what changed your mind over the weekend, but like all of a sudden you're like, nope, one bid league.
A hard look at BYU's resume and everyone else is what changed my mind.
You're telling me if BYU wins 8 games in a row, and most likely that would mean beating Gonzaga 3 times.
Who's not going to be in if that's the case.
I don't care. You beat Gonzaga 3 times.
Weight is lessened.
3 times, and you win 8 in a row to get to 25. You're telling me like, nope, one bid league.
I still think it's a one bid league at that point.
Man, you run a hard bargain, dude.
It's been it's a hard bargain losing 3 200-plus RPI games. That's going to be the downfall of BYU's resume. Because there's not going to be any top 50 wins, probably.
3. Number 3.
We
First
can't
rewind. Did Jerem just create a word, at-large ability?
Yes. You can just throw ability onto anything.
Let's just coin that for Jerem, yeah. BYU's at-large ability.
Exactly. What's number 3?
Big deal, no deal. Jimmer Fredette signs a 10-day contract with the Knicks.
Don't you mean Jimmy Fredette?
Jimmy Fredette.
Yeah, based on Carmelo Anthony's quote this morning. I'll go big deal on this because Jimmer's wanted this. He's worked hard to at least get back in the league. I know it's a 10-day. He'd prefer that it's not a 10-day. It's just a regular contract, but at least he gets a shot. A bigger deal will be if he gets a shot and then impresses and stays. That will be a bigger deal.
Do you know who the GM of the New York Knicks is?
One Felipe Jackson.
That's right. It's the Zen Master. It's Phil Jackson.
And he's done an amazing job with that Knicks squad.
He will. He will.
He will?
Give him time. It's been, 1 year?
I think this is year 2.
Okay, 2 years?
Man, they've made a ton of progress, too.
Give him time. Give him time,
He's better coach than GM, bro.
Phil Jackson has okayed Jimmer Fredette signing a contract with the New York Knicks.
And so did Greg Popovich. How did that turn out? It didn't turn out.
Did Greg
We
Popovich
thought that
okay
would-
that, or was
we
it the
thought-
Spurs general manager?
Who cares? Some number
You don't know
cruncher
that.
does it.
You don't know. Maybe Greg
What I
Popovich
know
was like,
is that
no, I don't want Jim. Maybe he was like, no, I don't want him.
Then why? No, they wouldn't have signed him probably if he didn't want him, right?
Who knows?
Hi, I'm about to
making
sign
the
Jimmer. Do
decisions?
you want him? No. Okay, we'll still sign him.
Who's
That combo
making the
didn't happen.
decisions? Who's making the decisions?
Listen, Jimmer needs to produce. Otherwise, this is all in vain. Otherwise, this is all for
We're
naught.
not talking about the production. I'm
Yeah.
just saying, is it a big deal if you sign the contract or not? For me, because Phil Jackson is the general manager, and it's New York City. It's the NBA again. It's a big deal for Jimmer.
Hopefully, there's no DNP CD tonight. Did not play coach's decision.
I hope.
Otherwise, we're back in the
shot.
same route. We're the same route with Jimmer.
They're not a playoff team, so why not? Just see how it works out.
Neither were the Kings.
It worked out with Lynn Sanity, right? Jeremy Lin signed a 10-day contract. They gave him an opportunity. Why not give Jimmer an opportunity?
We've been saying that for 5 years. Let's see something.
Okay, well, this is the franchise that gave Jeremy Lin the opportunity. Number 4.
Big deal, no deal. Johnny Rugby is now all Johnny football.
No deal. I thought this would happen. So Johnny Linehan's decided not to play on the rugby team this year. I think that program is in good hands. It's a loss because he's a tremendous player, but this is good news for the football team. He's going to be a senior, so he needs to. He said he wants to work on punting. He wants to have better averages, kick the ball better, and so Johnny Linehan will stay healthy as well. If he plays rugby, you're just asking for injury potentially. So that's good.
I say this is a big deal because he is focusing
Did
on
I say?
football.
Yeah, big. Oh, no, I said no
You said
because
no
I
deal,
expected it.
But you
Yeah.
took the rugby angle. I
Yeah.
say big deal because he is focusing on football. He's all in. And so here's the thing, though. Should he be Johnny Football or Johnny Punter?
Yeah, because Johnny Football is obviously Johnny Manziel. I think he should
Or
be
has
Johnny
Johnny
Punter.
Manziel given that title away because of how things have worked out? Is there
He was still an amazing college player, and that's when he got the nickname. So to me, he's Johnny Football. Yeah.
Okay, so should Johnny Linehan be Johnny Punter?
Johnny Punter. Johnny Lingo. Something. I don't know. We'll figure it out.
Number 5.
He's a 10-cal punter.
Big deal, no deal. BYU baseball begins the season outscoring St. Louis 37-10 in 3 games.
If St. Louis was a bad team and a bad program, I would say no deal. But to me, this is a big deal because this team has won some Atlantic 10 championships of late. They were the preseason pick to win that conference. And BYU comes out and blasts them 21-7 in the first game, 37-10 over 3 games. Big deal. Kyle Dean, by the way, all the hype with him. He hit a homer in his first game.
Run!
37-10. We're going to have a ton of games on BYUtv this year with baseball. Super excited. Spencer Linton does those play-by-play on that. So I love it.
BYU traditionally gets off to a very slow start.
They play like big-time competition
Because
at the
they
start.
play tough teams and they're on the road for a lot of. So to win 3 out of the gate against a respected program like St. Louis, this is absolutely a big deal. And they can sweep the Billikens today with a win at 3 Eastern. Again, these are in Vegas at Cashman Field. These are home games for BYU.
At a AAA ballpark.
But in Las Vegas.
Which is cool.
Yeah, well done, Mike Littlewood and company. That's a big deal.
Anytime you kick butt, it's a big deal.